I've been all in my phone, I got options, and I don't wanna tell you to drop it.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is more vulnerable and personal. Now is finally the time for me to share, to open up with you guys, and also educate, be real authentic. Feel free to grab yourself your drink, sit down and relax. This is going to be a good chat. I think you guys will enjoy this. I'm not filming in my room, I'm filming in the living room. I feel like I can talk to you guys better, and I'm in a better state of mind when I'm downstairs this time. If this is your first time watching me, hi, hello, I'm Louisa. I post lifestyle, personal and vlog content. I also study business and I create content in my free time. I also post my reels on my Instagram at Louisa Love Petty. I'm dedicated to creating content as consistently as I can. So I would love for you to join, subscribe. Thank you so much for subscribing. It really means a lot to me because I put my hard work and energy into this. This lighting, how to overcome adversity, how to deal with failures and setbacks, and this is linked to my own personal story. It's currently February 2024. I've pretty much healed from this traumatic situation, and I think it's time for me to also just let it out and be real, and to also educate, inspire. Everyone goes through tough times. God and the universe did not promise an easy life all the time. There are going to be tough times and you will become stronger and wiser. I have become, and I am becoming, stronger and wiser. I don't know what you guys are going through. Maybe you're going through a breakup. Whatever you're going through, this video will serve a great purpose and will also help you feel like you're not alone. I'm being vulnerable here without the fear of being judged, with the intention to inspire and educate. I'm glad I'm doing this video because beforehand I was feeling tired. Today is Sunday. I was at uni this week. I went to the gym. I'm not going to talk too much about that because this video is not about that. How I overcame adversity and tough times, took back my power and not let it stop me, and how you get through life's ups and downs, failures, tough times, and how I've also become more unstoppable. This traumatic situation happened just before my birthday. It was devastating. It was not ideal. I had no choice but to accept that situation and just get on with it and get through life. As hard as that sounds, we all make mistakes, and that's how we become wiser and stronger through our mistakes. You know, don't be so hard on yourself if you've made a mistake, or if you have made mistakes. That is what human experience, human life is about. Even though some people may take their anger out on you for mistakes, those people are not good for you. Making mistakes is an inevitable part of your journey and experience. It helps you, it contributes to you becoming stronger and wiser. So it made me stronger and more powerful, this traumatic situation. As you guys may know from my university vlogs, I travelled to university, so I don't live near campus. The journey, it takes me 2 hours one way to get to uni, which I know is long, and a lot of people, they can't believe I would go through that. And it also helps me realise how strong I am. I had determination, I had the motivation, and I had the strength. I have not told a lot of people about this. It was unwise for me to tell a lot of people about this because it was quite personal and vulnerable, and I didn't want to get judged. But you know, I was like, F that, I'm going to be vulnerable. I'm going to be open and honest despite how uncomfortable it may feel. I'm going to do it for the sake of being authentic and to help at least one person out there. I fell into a house scam, and this was my very first time falling into a house scam. At that time, I was outraged. I was so angry at the time. I was very hurt. Anyone would be if you got scammed and you had to commute all the way to university and you viewed a house before signing the contract and paying the deposit, and it just seemed real at the time, and then you realised it was a scam. I know a lot of those things do happen, and I want to let you guys know about that. I feel better. I feel like a sense of relief after telling this, because I have not told many people about this. I've actually kept this in. I have told the wellbeing team at university, and obviously the police and the bank, and that was the same time when a horrible war was going on. It's still going on. My situation does not, I feel better because, you know, I've been going to the gym, I've been healing, it's a new year, I've got my vision board, prayer, manifestation, manifestation, etc. I think the new year reset helped me. Healing does take time and it's all relative, so don't put too much pressure on yourself to heal from a bad or traumatic situation. House scams are existent. Be careful, especially when it comes to looking for a house. Unfortunately, there are a lot of scums that would scam and steal because it's quick, easy money. There are people out there like that, and it's absolutely disgusting and appalling, and I want to spread awareness on this. I am strong. I've been through a lot. People have no idea what the hell I've been through. Even though my life may look, I have been through a lot and I believe I'm strong. I just didn't want people to judge me. That was just my insecurity and me just overthinking it, and I'm glad that I'm doing this video to spread awareness. Back to the story time. You guys may wonder, how come it was a scam, or how did I fall for it? Some people are good at manipulating it. This would be important to you guys, especially if you are a student, or you don't even have to be a student. If you're looking for property, this is a common thing, and that's why doing research, taking your time. I think I rushed into it at that time because I was kind of desperate and I wanted to get it done and over with. I found out that I passed my research modules to get back to university in July. That meant I had quite a limited small amount of time to find a house. Places like the Garage, Hocks Park, Podium were a bit too expensive for me at the time, so that's why I went for private house, even though I didn't really know anyone that I could trust to share a house with. So I think that was also a bad decision for me, and I am learning and I am becoming wiser and stronger. I seem calm about it. It's just because it happened all the way back in October. It was embarrassing at the time, and I felt like everyone were blaming me and calling me stupid for falling into that scam, but I don't believe I was stupid. We all make mistakes and no one is perfect. That's how I become wiser and stronger. The money I lost at the time, of course I wanted the money back. I contacted the bank and people were telling me, try and get the money back, you need to get the money back. I decided to let go of that because I know for sure, some people may think I'm delusional, but I don't give a damn. I don't care. I know that the money is going to come back to me, and God and the universe will bless me. God and the universe will bless you, especially when you have a good heart. You're not going to get good karma when you scam, lie, cheat, steal, and I know that I'm a good person, and I know that the money will come back to me multiplied, and that really motivated me. Like, going through that situation made me stronger, which I'm thankful for. It happened right before my birthday, but I'm so glad I didn't let it stop me from celebrating my birthday, and I didn't let the house scam stop me from going to uni and attending all my lectures. My attendance was almost full, 100%. I didn't let that tough situation stop me because I could have just easily not gone to university. I could have easily given up on my studying, going to uni, getting out of the house, meeting new people, my content, just because of a stupid situation or a stupid person. It's not going to stop me. This is helping me become stronger. You know that not everyone have a good heart, or not everyone has good intentions. That's why you have to be careful. I let go of trying to get the money back because I know for sure that, as delusional as this may be, I know that I'm going to get the money back multiplied in other ways. God and the universe is going to bless me. It may not come back to me this month or this year, but I know for sure that the money's going to come back to me. Yeah, that's why I didn't feel the need to get the money back, to chase it. It's draining my energy, it's draining my mental health. I've got important things to focus on. I'm not going to focus on trying to get my karma, or trying to get revenge, getting involved with the court. There was an opportunity for me to get involved in the court and to try and get him into jail, but I was like, no, whether I see it or not, whether I know about it or not, God has my back and God is protecting me. I took a good break, so I'm back to what I was saying. I've got my notes in front of me. The tough situation also motivated me even more to go to university, not let it stop me. This motivated me, guys, to get to a place where I am making a lot of money, where the amount of money I lost won't even be that much to me. This is a good thing as well, just being less attached to money and to the outcome. Detaching from money is also important, and it is a journey that I'm on, learning to detach, especially from finances, money, and knowing and trusting that I will get the money. Also, it is a byproduct of you providing value to others, and it may not come easily to some people or to you, but it will come. Me being detached from money and not being desperate and chasing it, which would have involved me pestering the bank and just really draining my own mental health and energy just to get that back. think doing that, engaging in those low vibrational behaviors and being so attached to it, that's not going to work in my favor. So I think I definitely have more trust and I am more detached from it. Although yes, it can be a process, I think it's very important as well. It's true, normally the people that attract money or love are the ones that are actually less attached to it, knowing and trusting that the universe and God has my back and that money will come to me multiplied. And that also motivated me to really upgrade my life and my situation. And it's still a process, it's still a journey. I realized the self-worth within me and the value I bring to other people as well. I think I'm a lot more confident in myself. Although yes, I do have some work to do. I do have some self-doubt and limiting beliefs in my head, other people's negative self-limiting beliefs that you may have picked up on subconsciously. I have been reading books about finances and manifestation. I'm a strong believer in being detached. Of course, you've got to put the action in, you've got to put the work in, but I also think being detached and not being so obsessed with it, that works in your favor. Just knowing and trusting that the universe and God has your back. That's what I do. The vision board does actually make a difference. I turned my pain and hurt into drive and motivation. That is very empowering and I see it as a positive thing. Takes me 2 hours to get to uni. Some people are even jealous that you have the strength to go through that because they couldn't do that themselves. Even with the gym, a lot of people, they have busy, hectic schedules, they fit a lot. Some people have way more than I do. We all go through our tough times, we become stronger. And maybe sometimes you do underestimate yourself, and I underestimated my strength and I doubted it because I thought that a lot of people had it way worse than me. I acknowledged and I knew that I was going through a tough time. The way I thought of it was like, a lot of people have it way worse than me, especially with the war and the horrible things that are going on in this world. You know, of course that's way worse. That doesn't mean that what I was going through doesn't matter or is nothing. It still was a tough time, you know. I just want to let you guys know that if you're going through a tough time, it can be normal to underestimate and to downplay your strength and think, I shouldn't be complaining, I should just get over it because other people have it way worse than me. And I used to think like that, which may be helpful in some way, helped me get through it, but that can become toxic and that can invalidate your own emotions. It takes a special kind of person to go through that, and this is my story that I'm sharing, and I'm grateful that I have that attribute within me. I have that within me, and I think it's because I've gone through quite a lot before, which has contributed to making me stronger. Everyone or most people have trauma. Even if they look so good or they look happy, you really don't know what other people are going through. And this is why social media, I had determination, motivation and discipline. As I said before, the reason why I was able to go through that was because the way I saw it was like, I'm not going to let this stupid effing situation, this stupid obstacle stop me from achieving my goals and going to uni. I've had enough of life. I've had enough of setbacks and failures. People before in the past treating me as if I'm not good enough, but I know my worth. So that's also why I attract less of that. It's not that you attract what you are. I used to believe in that quote, but I do believe that yes, you do attract all kinds of people despite how good or bad you are as a person. I was able to go through that because I was motivated to not let that situation stop me. I've had enough. That's what has contributed to giving me the strength to get through that. I was like, why should I let this situation stop me? I've already been through a lot to get here. I know that God won't give me a situation that I can't handle. Sometimes you do need your masculine energy as a woman to survive, to become stronger and wiser, and I needed that to get through it. Because imagine guys, if I did not go to uni and I just gave up just because of a stupid situation. And it's also the same concept applied to my YouTube, my content, not letting other people's opinions get in the way. I'm so stubborn in a good way. I really persevere. I know that I will get there. My dream life is coming. I know it's the journey that's important. It's important to be grateful for what you already have and also be detached from the outcome, which is what I'm working on. That's why I was able to go through that. Even if I don't feel like it, I force myself to go to uni. Even when I feel the social anxiety, I force myself. It's for myself. I'm showing up for myself. I want to graduate next year. I know I deserve to graduate, and I know it's not just about the end result, it's about enjoying the journey as well. I'm doing it for myself, and it's the same thing applied to you. Not letting a tough situation get in the way. When you have the strength and the discipline, your self-confidence grows. It's something to be proud of. The more you go through tough times, the stronger you will become. That's something that I am grateful for. But sometimes we do get carried away with self-doubt. Sometimes we don't realize how strong we are. Come. Just have my dog say hello. So this is a form of motivation. Not let a stupid situation or person stop me from going to uni. It has forced me and it has made me stronger and more unstoppable, and it is a strong form of motivation. Letting karma do its own thing and dealing with anger and trauma. It is empowering. Also, there's no point in endlessly complaining. Like, whenever you guys go through a tough situation, of course, let it out. BITCH it out. Your feelings are completely valid. That's what I did. I let myself feel the emotions, feel upset, but I didn't do nothing about it. I still fought. I still attended my university lectures and workshops. I'm still going to university and focusing on myself and improving myself. I feel like that is the best revenge, especially on the people that have done you wrong. That is the best kind of revenge. Just leveling up, focusing on your life and letting karma do its own thing. You're so much better off. Your mental health, your peace, your state of mind is so much better when you just let go of trying to get revenge and let life, let God, let karma do its own thing, and you just focus on you. And that's what I've been doing. It did take me some time to really forget about it and to heal from it. I think this is also why I kind of isolated myself. I've been socializing and networking more and putting more effort into going to social events and meeting new people. You can't isolate yourself all the time. I think that's also one of the reasons why I did isolate myself a bit too much. Just close myself off because I was going through a tough situation and I didn't really want to open up to people about it. I'm glad I have almost healed from it. Every time I went to uni, it just reminded me of the situation. But you know what? I think because of the new year, my mindset shifted, but it did take some time for me to heal. Your best revenge is just focusing on yourself. Keep working on your life, keep working on your dreams, and let karma do its own thing. And if you're lucky enough, you'll be able to see it. So I no longer feel angry and resentment. I'm at a space where I can actually sit down and talk about it without getting too aggressive in front of camera. God and the universe did not promise an easy life all the time, and that's okay. And that's what makes the good times even better. I'm grateful that I didn't let that stop me. I kept going. It's good to spread awareness on this. I realized that there was no point in endlessly complaining about it or trying to get my revenge or contacting, pestering the bank. I did what I did and that was it. Let me go back to my soft girl life and just focusing on myself rather than just getting too worried or too caught up and obsessed with the karma or the revenge. It's mentally draining to be so worried and caught up with whether they got their karma yet or when they're going to get their karma. Like, just let it be. And I know it is easier said than done. This is a strong form of inspiration and motivation. Whatever you're going through, any failure, setback, whatever. I had a setback and failure with accommodation, which affected partially my finances and my family relationship to some extent. Don't let that stop you, you know. It's okay to cry, let it out, scream, do what you've got to do to let your anger out. Your emotions, your feelings are valid, but don't let it stop you. And that was my form of motivation. I'm not going to let this stupid situation stop me. I'm done with this. I'm going to fight for myself. I'm going to show up for myself. I'm so proud of myself that I didn't let that stop me, especially since it happened just before my birthday. I'm not promoting toxic positivity and suppressing and bottling your emotions. Your emotions are valid. I had no choice but to accept it and get on with it and get through it, which was hard, and complaining about it and not doing anything about it was pointless. I did complain. I let it out. I was like, you know what? I have no choice but to just get through this, and I did it and I became stronger. I know that this is going to be very inspirational and motivational. Imagine how annoyed you would be if you let a stupid situation like that stop you. I knew that when I'll be older, if I let that situation stop me, I knew I would have regretted it. That was my form of motivation. The bank said that they couldn't give me the money back because it was my responsibility for carrying out the transaction and rushing into it, which I was not surprised about. I was like, there's no point being annoyed at the bank. I know sometimes it does suck and that's the way it works, but knowing that the money's going to come back to me, I just felt kind of unbothered about it. It happened for a reason. I tried to forget about it and just move on with my life, including achieving financial abundance, freedom, and doing things that I love and enjoy. It's important to also have hobbies and passions you like and enjoy. I have this on my notes that to have a good life, to have fulfillment and purpose in your life, aim to cultivate and find your 3 hobbies and habits. So 1 that keeps you fit, 1 that makes you money to support yourself financially, and then the other one is something that you do for fun and joy. I find this very important without aiming to monetize it. And that also helps me with my healing journey from traumatic situations. And I'm glad I did nothing about it and just complained about it all the time, because I knew that would have got me nowhere. It's good for your own mental health. I felt like a sense of freedom, and it felt liberating to not worry or get attached to the outcome of what the police and bank are doing about it. I knew for me that I had way more important things to focus on. For me to get distracted by this stupid situation and then do bad in my studies because I've been too obsessed or too carried away with the situation, I would have been even more pissed. That was my strong form of motivation. You're not going to let me do bad in university. You're not going to let me. It didn't occupy my mind. Once you heal, you no longer attached. You release all that baggage and trauma. It just feels liberating and freeing. But I know, of course, it does take time. It doesn't even have to be a scam like a breakup. I've been through a breakup before. Whatever it is, a traumatic situation, healing is very important. And also having hobbies and passions and having a life that you can get back to that brings you fulfillment and purpose, or at least working on that, does help you on your healing journey. And that has helped me with my healing. Imagine if I had nothing to do in my life and I wasn't busy, I had nothing to look forward to. I would go crazy. Like, this situation would occupy my mind. Sometimes when I visualize myself hitting a certain amount of followers on YouTube, it just feels so real in my mind. Like, I literally cry. My manifestation game, my visualization game has become 10 times stronger. This is what I did before achieving my license in the UK. I could visualize it in my head and I felt the emotions, knowing that I will get the money back multiplied in other ways. God and universe will bless me. I will attract some money despite what other people think, or despite this coming across as delusional. You've got to think that way at times, you know. It's a good thing. Going through that scam also motivated me to make a lot of money and get to a place where the amount I lost is not even that much. Like, it's a little amount to me. Life will become better. I feel more at peace with this. I think it's also the new year and my future accommodation plans. Now I know what accommodation my first choice of accommodation is. It's not going to be a private house. I would rather get a house with a group of people that I actually know and I trust and I actually want to live with. I'm not comfortable with. I don't like the idea of living in a house with people I don't know. Meeting people and hanging out outside is cool and I'm down for that, but to live with people, to share the same house with people that you don't know, it's just not for me. I'm going into my 3rd year this year at uni, so I don't need the drama and the stress of that. Healing from trauma and working on yourself and accomplishing and fulfilling your best revenge is so cliche but so true. Success and working on your life and improving continuously and doing well for yourself is the best form of revenge, honestly, without you having to ruin your reputation or just put yourself in danger or risk. Okay, I'm back. We're approaching the end. It's literally 2 in the morning. Doing the resit modules and past experiences contributed to shaping that characteristic within me, contributed to the strength I now have. I was strongly motivated and determined. This is such an important thing that I want you guys to take from my video. I was strongly motivated and determined, and I still am. I am in general. I am strongly motivated and determined to not let my failures, haters or people that don't like me or don't want to see me win or do good stop me or get in my way. I am strongly motivated and determined to not let setbacks, tough times, obstacles get in my way. It's a very important feature to have. It's not easy all the time. Of course, there are going to be tough times. There are going to be times when you may feel like giving up. I'm glad I have that strength, having a sense of purpose, direction, goal. A vision board can help you overcome and get through tough times because you have a sense of direction. Also, maybe your desire, your motivation outweighs the tough time, the obstacles and what it takes to get there. I think we live in this day and age where we are lacking patience. A lot of things that we strive for or we want, they may take time or they take longer than we expect and we just get impatient. But patience is key, and knowing that great things do take time. They can take years. For example, graduating, finishing university, getting a license, etc. They all take time. Some people may achieve it quicker, or it may seem like they went through less of a struggle. We all get there. Sometimes there will be obstacles and tough times on the way, such as the house scam. That was an obstacle in itself, but I'm glad I didn't let that stop me, and that was a lesson. I know for sure that I would regret it if I let a stupid situation stop me, and I know that I am worthy of achieving my goals, and the same apply to you. I probably mentioned this before. Now I go to the gym twice a week. I go to the gym at uni. I travel to uni. Now I stay at a B&B. This is kind of like a little life update chat. I stay at a B&B one night a week to help make it easier, and then doing content on the side, studying and trying to be consistent with my content. Although at times it can be a bit stressful and overwhelming, it can feel a lot, especially after the winter break. The first few weeks back, it kind of felt overwhelming and stressful, just going back and balancing 4 modules as well as doing content. It can be a lot, but sometimes it's one of those things where you just have no choice but to just get on with it, and that's how you become stronger. I underestimated and doubted how strong I was before I actually realized it. It's so important to not underestimate and doubt. Sometimes we get into the habit where we doubt and we underestimate our value, how valuable we are, how strong we are, and how amazing we are. By the time you're watching this, I probably have a lot of content filmed already. Just editing all of it takes so much time, determination and focus, but I'm glad I have that within me. I'm grateful for that. I have that perseverance, and then to not let doubters stop me. But we've got this. And keep being disciplined and having self-control with my finances, and then also sometimes deal with personal family issues, arguments. And I didn't share this with a lot of people because it is personal and vulnerable, and I didn't want people to feel sorry for me or to look at me as if I'm a victim. Not a good reason to keep everything to yourself and not trust. When you go through a tough situation, some people deal with it by isolating themselves and keeping themselves to themselves, but if you do too much of that, that can be unhealthy. There's always going to be someone that is more lucky than you or less lucky than you. I feel like there are a lot of insecure people or people that can get easily intimidated. You don't know what people are going through, but a lot of people can get intimidated by your strength, your determination, how much you can handle, because personally they can't see themselves doing the same thing. You may trigger some people when you tell people that I've got a business, I study and I go to the gym and I do this and I do that, and I've been through this trial and tribulation. This is why I don't really like to tell people how long it takes me to go to uni, because it can come across as quite intimidating for some people, and I know that that's not a good reason for me to hold back and to not express what I've been through. But also it's their problem. Some people can look at it through a negative perspective and be intimidated, whereas other people can look at it as a form of inspiration, as a source of inspiration, and think this person motivates and inspires me to do more. And I'm grateful, I'm glad that I also had that impact on some people that I've encountered and met before. Instead of looking at it as I don't like this person, she's just too good or she's too productive, it can come across as unrealistic to some people, and it may force them to feel insecure about their current situation or feel like they are not doing good enough. I think that's why I kind of shied away from sharing with people what I do and the fact that I travel to uni and I go to the gym, etc, etc. That can cause jealousy and some people can get intimidated, but at the end of the day, other people's insecurities and their own perspective perspectives. I might get hate on this video, but I don't care. I'm just being honest and real. That's how I grow on YouTube. At the end of the day, that is not your problem. Those are other people's problems, and not everyone is going to like you no matter what. I'm currently reading one of my favorite books, Good Vibes, Good Life by Vex King. I like that book a lot. I feel like it resonates with me and my mindset. You cannot please everyone. Not everyone is going to like you, and you've got to be okay with that. And I'm also learning how to be okay with that. The thought of that is uncomfortable because of course you don't want anyone to dislike you. You may feel uncomfortable with that, especially as a people pleaser or as a nice person, but you've just got to accept that, and it can be uncomfortable. I think that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it, and turn on your post notifications, especially for more amazing content. It means a lot to me. Feel free to email me. I got my business email links in the description box below if you have any video requests, and I'm definitely into creating more self-care and self-development content that provides value to you guys. I like to listen to, I actually invest time in listening to and watching self-care and self-development videos and podcasts. This video was about how I overcame adversity, tough times and challenges, and a vulnerable story time about a traumatic situation I have experienced last year, which thankfully I have pretty much healed from. If you want to share any of your personal vulnerable stories, then definitely comment down below. I would love to know. If you've experienced a similar situation, feel free to comment down below and share with your experience if you want to. If you've been scammed before, we shouldn't be judging people that have been scammed, because it could also happen to you. You never know. So thank you so much for watching. Recently I linked my PayPal, Cash App and Buy Me a Coffee. If you appreciate my content, and if you guys want to show your support and appreciation to my content, donate with love. It helps me create more amazing content for you guys. I really appreciate it. It's something new that I have incorporated. Anyone that tips or pays me on my Cash App and PayPal, I really appreciate it, and that definitely helps me create more amazing content for you guys. So yeah, I hope you learned something new from this, or you found some comfort in this video, or you related to what I said. One more reminder, God and the universe did not promise an easy, perfect life all the time. There are going to be tough times, and you will become stronger and wiser. And I'll see you soon. Much love.